The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith are Scotland's top-rated window and doors company on Trustpilot, rated 4.9 out of 5, with over 5,500 reviews. CR Smith have fitted over 1 million windows and doors across Scotland. They offer great financial rates, so you can get the best product for your home at an affordable rate. We're all lovers of the beautiful game. Well, CR Smith make beautiful windows for beautiful homes. It's an open goal. Head to crsmith.co.uk for more info. Now it's time for the podcast.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
Hello and welcome to the STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by our very good friends at CR Smith. I'm your host, Ronnie Charters, delighted to be joined by the one and only Ewen Cameron.
Yeah! Yeah!
Clapping yourself.
3 points clear at the top of the league. 5
4.
points. It's three. It's three.
So it is.
And 5 points clear of Celtic at the top of the league.
Why am I clapping that?
Get it right up your Ronnie Charters.
No, wait.
No. There's no waiting, you fanny. There's no waiting,
We have to
you
introduce
fanny.
the guests.
I don't give a shit about the guests.
Ah, lovely. Chairman.
We're celebrating Dundee United beating Celtic. Get it up your Ronnie Charters.
Language. Right, okay.
Go.
So, Callum Bell's no here. Hey,
Callum Bell's not here.
It's like the man Darwin Holding left the Waynes to run the place by themselves.
But he will be joining us on the show later because he's going to be live from Madrid with a quiz.
Correct.
So he's going to be live from Madrid later.
But sorry, Coll, it's a really nice jumper
right,
you're wearing as well, and it's getting, and Shelley as well. I'm sorry.
Introduce some.
Sorry. And you've covered them in bubbles now.
Introduce some.
So first of all, to my right, we have the last manager to take Scotland to a World Cup finals, and the one and only Shelley Kerr.
Shelley Kerr. There she is. Shelley Kerr is here. Now working at heart. She's got a big smile on her face. She was there at Tynecastle yesterday.
I'm surrounded by 3 jambos here. What's going on? What a day this is. Right, okay. And of course, the man who's going to lead Falkirk all the way to the Scottish Cup final and to lift the trophy, the one and only Coll Donaldson.
Donaldson! He's in the house. He's in the house. He's a wee bit, how can I put it? He's a wee bit delicate today because he's still raging after defeat yesterday to St Mirren. And who wouldn't be?
With the handballs.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get to all that.
Are you all right, mate?
Nah, I'm all right. Obviously, just don't like getting beat.
I know nobody likes to get beat, but
Wait till you get to the quiz.
how long does it take you to get over a defeat?
It just depends. Yesterday was a bit of a sore one, so wee bit longer. And we've got, obviously, International Week this week, so not got like the chance to bounce straight back, so you'll be sitting on it for a couple of weeks. So it was a sore one, but I'm here to enjoy myself.
Tell your face that. Right. And Shelley at Hearts. You're in with Hearts now. You're loving it, though, eh?
It's been great.
What's your role there again?
Well, it's a strategic role, but it's trying to provide a bit of future direction on what we do with the players when they come out of the academy, and ultimately to try and get more players that are senior ready. So I think the global stats are like something about 3%. It's so difficult to reach the first team.
3%?
Aye.
Jeez.
It might even be slightly less than that. So we've got a strategy called the Hearts Way. So that's been part of my job. And as I say, the new club cooperation agreement has come in from Scottish FA. I really like it. It's quite a good initiative. So the young players can get more exposure to senior football earlier. So I'm responsible for that side of it, and the younger ones getting out on loan.
And do you know what shocks me about that stat? Only 3% make it. He's one of the 3%. Coll Donaldson is one of the 3%. Mate, you're one of the 3%.
Living the dream.
I stumbled my way there. Some of that 3% are extremely lucky, and I put myself in that bracket. Don't worry about that.
Do you know another few players in that 3% that were lucky to get there?
What's that, sorry?
Do you know a few other players who are in that 3% who are lucky to be there?
I played with a few. Pals with a few as well.
It's good to have you both, though. Thanks for being
thank
here.
you so much for joining us. And as ever, we will give you a new podcast every single Monday. So whatever platform you're watching on, be it are you Spotify or Amazon, Apple Music, gal? What one of you? Spotify or Apple?
Deezer.
Deezer.
Interesting.
YouTube, I watch.
YouTube. So you can get us on YouTube as well, of course. And that's where most of our lovely comments come from
Yeah,
you.
I've
Or
got
not so this week.
I've got some comments for you.
Because you've upset a few Welsh people.
I have.
You've been bad. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible. Right,
Okay.
go on.
This is from Liam. Cheers for the shout out last week, lads, because it was this boy who started to chat around
Correct.
Wales and Cardiff and such. Despite Ewan comments, I'm very much enjoying Cardiff so far. Have you ever been to Cardiff? Coll Donaldson.
Just fleeting visit, and we played like a youth game.
Right,
in
that's
Cardiff
the best
before.
way to see Cardiff. Very fleeting, in and out. What about yourself, Shelley Kerr?
I've been.
You've been, aye?
I was away years ago when I played with the national team.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. We stayed at this really plush hotel. I think
Was it
was
Celtic
St.
Manor or something?
No, St. David's Spa. I think it was. It was brilliant.
Sounds quite,
Gentle.
yeah. So the SFA had quite a bit of money at that point then, did they know?
I think the first place didn't work out. It was like Billy's Bunkhouse.
Liam goes on to say, question for Ask Me Anything. I know we'll get to that at the end of the show, but I'll just put it here right now. What's your favourite away day ground? Coll Donaldson.
I quite like playing at Ibrox. I think Ibrox
Do ya?
is best atmosphere that I've played in front of.
Really? What about yourself, Shelley? As a player or a manager, what was your favourite away day ground?
I think as a player back in the day for the national team playing against Germany, because they always had a big crowd and
Good atmosphere.
great atmosphere. Aye.
Okay. And in regards to Cardiff, yeah, it's still a shithole, Liam, but thanks so much for getting in contact with us. This message here from Dylan. Absolutely love the podcast. Only thing I look forward to on a Monday. Keep up the good work. Thanks for that, mate. From Robert, amazing show, guys. One of the best podcasts around. The poo jokes last week got me a few looks on the bus home from work when I laughed out loud, especially when Ewan's story is similar to mine. And this is his story about poo.
Sorry? Are we going back into that, right?
Yeah, it was a big part of the show last week. Do you know that the clip of us
Toilet
talk-
humour. We're
Right.
21 episodes in and we've had to rely on toilet humour to get us through the day.
And do you know that poo story from last week has had 673,000 views? 673,000 views. It's got more views than anything we've discussed when it comes to football.
What does that say?
What does that say? Anyway, he says, I had a poo in a bush. Then I stood in it by accident and it was somehow all up my jeans while I was on the phone to my sister. I've not had any more nights out like that since. Now, if you missed it last week, Coll, what we were discussing is when you need to go after a night out. And I said, you could jump into somebody's garden, dig a wee hole and do a poo and then leave the scene. Have you ever found yourself in a position or a situation?
Shelley, I think he's bringing me down in this podcast, honestly. The reputation's just gone off a cliff after that last week.
Look at Shelley's face. So have you ever been in a situation where you need to go?
Nah, I've no shit myself. As a fully functioning adult, I've no shit myself.
fully functioning adult.
Never like a Gary Lineker on the... Remember, did he not do it for Barcelona on the ground?
No, it's for
in the
England.
pitch?
It was for England.
Was it for England?
think it was
England in
for
the World
England.
Cup. England in the World Cup, aye.
Not the first time they've
But
shit themselves
I
at
know
World
you-
Cup, though, is it? Hey, come on!
I'm not suggesting for any second, Coll, that you're not a fully functioning adult, but there's a time where when you need to go, you need to go.
I've no shite myself. I've no shit myself, mate.
Right.
You've
But
gone from
look,
talking shite to
Aye.
talking about shite. Like you've. Aye.
Don't even ask me that question.
Aye, I'm well,
I'll take the brunt of it, Shelley. So.
From Grant, he says, great show, love the show, love the dynamic and the ribbing of the BAMs on the left, which is obviously producer Callum.
Yes, not-
when he's
not
here.
Coll, of course.
Not Coll, no. I'm a big Pars fan and hopefully be in the Premier League soon. Do you think, Lenny,
Pars.
do you think the Pars and Lenny could get into the Premier League through the playoffs?
Absolutely, they're going really well just now. So
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
no better time of the season to be playing well, coming into the business end of things.
They didn't have clock back yesterday, didn't
know.
they?
Aye. 2-0
Against
down.
Ross County.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I read this one out for Gareth? And I'm sorry, right, but this, as much as I hated it, I genuinely was laughing for ages. It was back to my old secondary school days. Love the podcast. Wait to hear this. Love the podcast, boys. I don't like the fact we copper balls shouts down you all the time.
Copper balls. Copper balls.
It's strawberry blonde. All right, we're not going to go there. Jeez.
We were last week. We were talking about where do you listen to us around the world? And
We got other
a
shout outs.
Yeah, we've got Austin here coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur in Indonesia. We've also got Callum, who's in Melbourne, Australia, who's originally from Pullman in Falkirk, which is where I am.
Yes.
I'm in that neck of the woods. Fair play to the lads. Hilarious first 25 minutes. Just to confirm, not all people from Falkirk participate in Ewan's garden activities. When you have to go, you have to go, Coll. From Ian, Ewan, I've never done that when talking about pooing in gardens where minutes after Ronnie wanted a professional show. Great stuff as always, gentlemen. Yeah, you were like bang on about this needs to be a professional show.
Just now and again. I don't think we need to slip always into talks about the toilet.
Simon Murray's handball last week. A lot of comments on the Simon Murray handball in the Dundee Derby. Simon Murray, one is not a handball, says leak. I'm going to ask you, Coll, as a central defender, was that a penalty in the Dundee Derby?
No, I don't believe so, no.
You don't believe so? If that was given against you, you'd be raging, wouldn't you?
What?
I live it, aye.
But then there was a handball yesterday for you, against you. No, for you, when you're playing St Mirren.
Would have gone for us.
Gone for you, yeah.
Against St Mirren.
Against St Mirren. Was that a penalty?
I have not seen it back. So
We've got
I'm not getting tied, like, roped into conversations about referees. Like, we've had plenty of good decisions with VAR this year, so if we've had a couple of bad ones yesterday and you take it on the chin, we didn't get beat because of the referee yesterday. We weren't good enough in the game. So
it's a very professional answer as a club
He's
captain.
been well drilled by the media
no,
team.
but I
hasn't he?
genuinely believe that. Like, that's a slippery slope when you go down the route of like blaming officials for every time you get beat.
Fair.
Like, I think we could have taken it out of the officials' hands in that aspect by being better. So
We've got Kevin from New Delhi
New Delhi,
listening.
lovely.
Loves it. Loves the podcast, as does Toby in Toronto.
Lovely.
So,
and we've got
there we
Sean
go.
here, a couple more. Ronnie keeps saying that the lines aren't drawn, as in the lines aren't squint. But you can see from the St Mirren Rangers game, the still image they used is not the image when the ball was played. We need to bin the Poundland VAR. Do we need to bin the Poundland VAR? Shelley, Kerr.
Good question.
Would you get rid of VAR tomorrow if you had the casting vote?
No,
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Would you, Coll?
no.
Do you think
I would invest more in it. I think it needs more investment and
so?
more
It
time.
is Poundland VAR.
It's not. Stop it.
Is it Timu VAR?
I just
You-
think
but you
that
do-
Some of the angles are a bit. We've got
We've
a
only
camera.
got, we've only got 6 cameras.
So we've got a camera at Falkirk, right? And there's been a couple of goals where. So I've obviously been injured a lot this year, so watched it back, and I've sat next to analysis people during the game, and we'll pause it and go, he's offside. And then the ref points to the goal, and we're like, and then you'll think sometimes that he's onside, and they give the offside. Like, so some of the cameras do look a bit like, there was one with Celtic up at Aberdeen a couple of weeks ago where
Mirren.
you watched it back at first
Straight
glance,
away
you were
you
like,
thought it was
he's
off.
off.
He's off.
And then the longer it goes on, you're like, well, so I don't know if some of the camera angles are a bit dodgy, but VAR is definitely, if it's...
So forget VAR in regards to whether it be a penalty, a free kick, or or a red card or whatever. I agree for VAR in those situations, but see the offside issue when it comes to calibrating those lines and those crappy cameras that we clearly use. I would get rid of that and just go with the on-field decision because I've had an issue with the lines all season.
I don't think
Yeah,
you
but,
can.
you've,
though.
but you've just given a perfect example why you think the lines might be a
No,
problem.
because they'll still get the right decision more often than
see
human
when,
error.
But see, when it's tight, really tight, that's when I think it's a problem because I think it's more often wrong than correct.
But you don't know that.
Well, I do because I can see it with my eyes. I've got eyes. We've all got eyes. I can see that that's not correct.
But that's not. You
I
don't
thought
know that
that-
for a fact. That's just your opinion.
Well, I thought the Negrin one was offside.
But it's onside.
I thought the Rangers one versus St Mirren was onside,
But it's offside.
but it's not. In my opinion, it's
Exactly.
not.
But as we've known for a long time, your opinions are a wee bit shaky. So we're going to go with the calibrated lines rather than you with a pen and a bit of
Did
paper.
you not just say there that when the Negrin won
no.
at Aberdeen,
I said at first glance, but
did
then when
I.
you saw more
did I.
angles, it
It's
was
called
onside.
perspective because where the camera is, it doesn't actually mean it's right on line.
Shelley, you'll have the final word on this before we move on,
I said it earlier. I just think you need more investment. So
particularly in the offside.
I definitely. And actually, it's interesting because there's been a lot of chat around VAR this season, and I think it's because the league is so tight. it's never been as
Yeah.
tight. So those decisions are getting spoken about more often.
Aye.
There's
I
going
d-
to be a VAR decision that's
course.
going to determine this league, I think.
Yeah,
It's
so-
crap as a player, though. Like,
must
that's one
be.
thing I would say. Like, there was a one up at Aberdeen last weekend where I accidentally got like my hands tangled up in the striker's hair. Like, he had backed into me, so my hands were here, right? And do you know how if you pull someone's hair now, it's like a
course it is.
straight sending off.
straight away.
But like he'd fallen into the back of Hendo, and as he's coming down, like my hands got caught in his hair. It was never a penalty, never a foul. But like in the back of my head, I'm praying Benny to smash the goal kick as quick as possible. Because I'm like, my hands at some point were in his hair like this. Do you know what I mean? So it's as a player, you're worried quite a lot.
It's taken celebrating a goal as well out of it, because you can't celebrate a goal. You celebrate a goal twice. You celebrate the goal, and then when the referee points to the spot after about 30 seconds, you celebrate it again.
What's it like as a professional player standing about waiting for either decision to go for you or to go against the other team?
That's what I'm saying. It's rubbish. Like, we had one yesterday where we felt there was a foul at a free kick,
It's the second goal.
and like a month ago we got a goal chopped off for something very similar. So like, we're the same as the fans. Like, you might think that we've got like an inside info in the referees. He's not giving us any information. It's literally just a case of we're checking this, and then he turns around and points to the centre circle, yes, and you watch it back. It's a bit of a sore one, but
I think if they announced it into the stadium, it maybe would give a wee bit more clarity of what's going on. But even still, I mean, fair play to the referee who Ibrox or Celtic Park and Old Firm game is going to write, okay, blow it and then start shouting, no, it's a penalty to Celtic or a penalty to Rangers.
well, like when they speak to the fans, like they do in England.
It'd be England. It'd be so good.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Right, thank you for all your comments.
Yes, thank you.
How do you have a good weekend? Well, we're recording this Sunday night, folks, by the way,
Aye.
just in case Sunday the
wondering.
sun was shining. I came in with sunglasses on. Good weekend.
It's good.
What you got up to? Oh, you were at the game?
Yeah,
What you
I went to the game yesterday, and the Foundation of Hearts had an event on, but also it was Ladies' Day at Tynecastle yesterday.
nice.
So
Is it the same as the horse race and you get the fascinators on that one?
I never had a fascinator on, that's for sure. But the place was absolutely buzzing. So it's a kind of like a 12:30 start, and no, me, I was on water, but
of
there
course.
was lots of prosecco getting opened. That's for sure.
Like a bubble, there it is. Put that away.
I know.
But it was a brilliant day. To
Great,
be fair,
aye.
they do it really well. The hospitality is really, really good.
How was your weekend, Coll?
Football aside, you up to anything good?
Football, forget what happened between 3 o'clock and 4:45. Coll, how was your weekend?
Shite. Nah, shite. That's shite, mate. It is shite. It's like one of these things about football where you obviously love it. It's like highs and lows. So we won that game in the cup against United, and you're just like over the moon. Everyone's going so, and you get beaten. It's just the ultimate lows. So need to probably get better at trying to keep that middle ground. But I got it.
So did you just go home and cry?
I took yesterday's bad. Like I did. I went home. So my better half, she was on a hen do the weekend as well. So it was just me and the Doug in the house. So I got
Smokes.
a can of Iron Brew, big smokes. Shelley no smokes.
Smokes the dog.
I got a can of Iron Brew and a pizza and sat and watched. Can't even remember what I was watching. It was like Everton Chelsea or something. But it was just on in the background. You're just sitting on your phone.
Do you always look at your phone, look at the comments and all that, or is it just on your phone normal, not like
No, just
you
on
don't
my
go
phone
looking
normal.
for like.
We should have invited me round. I'll come round and share a pizza with you and give you a hug.
Yes.
That would have been nice, mate. I could have done with the company, but I had the big fella, so he.
Smokes.
Do you know he's good? Like, see, I actually sounds mad, but see, like, you could have won 4-0, you could have lost 4-0. He's just wanting you to go in and give him his dinner and put your arm
love
around him.
it.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like that; those things bring you back into reality. But it was a shite weekend.
You.
So
We were on the radio 2 till 6 on
we were on
Saturday.
the radio. 2
Tunes
till
were
6.
banging.
We spoke to Shelley on the radio
We
as
did.
well from Haymarket train station as she was heading home from Tynecastle. Got home, watched the game that he's talking about, the Everton versus Chelsea game. I watched that.
They're in trouble.
Well, that right.
They are in trouble. What did I have from? Oh, my son brought his girlfriend round.
Coco Chanel.
Coco Chanel was round. That's
Her
the
name
third
is
time I've met
Chanel,
her.
just in case her name's for Chanel. Aye, she's not just.
It's my son's first girlfriend. He's 16 and she's 16, and it's cute. It's lovely. So
Imagine that as
she
a
was round.
father-in-law.
That'd be
How
a
do you know what I mean?
disaster bringing a
How
girlfriend back to yours, mate.
What was that?
That'd be a disaster bringing a girl back to the house with you as
Would
the
you
old
be
boy.
worried?
100%.
You would be worried.
you're likely to say something really daft at any point, and you don't need. It's not like you need prompted. Do you know what I mean?
So was she? How is she? Have you found out what team she supports yet?
She doesn't like football.
That's good.
She doesn't like football. She,
Probably a
might,
good
she
idea.
might just be saying that, but she doesn't like football. She's a lovely lassie. So she was in the house and we had a bite to eat last night. My wife then dropped her home and then we watched a film called Buoyancy with Emma Stone. She was up for an Oscar where the two guys...
Yeah.
I'm not a film guy.
The two guys kidnap her believing that she's an alien. She's a high executive in a company and they kidnap her believing that she's an alien. That's all I'm going to say. You have to watch it. It's
Yeah,
very good.
I'm not
You've really sold it to us. Aye, man.
It's a belter, mate.
What did you get up to the weekend?
It was big John Mackay's leaving do.
Also, it was STV News legend.
Big STV News legend John Mackay's no longer with us. He's
Oh yeah, it's just not reading the news.
Hangover.
no longer with us.
Aye.
Yes, I realised I've still got the stamp you get from the place we ended up in. I've had showers, don't worry, but I can't get this now. They stamped the hand on the way in.
Aye.
So it was a late one on Friday night, and then last night it was at the Grand Ole Opry.
How
My
was
old
that?
pals for school. They love a bit of country line dancing. It's all very cowboy hats and yeehaws and.
Did you have a cowboy hat? I see you got a check shirt. Have you had a cowboy hat?
Didn't have a cowboy hat on because they were charging 18 quid for a cowboy hat.
Were they?
He's left his horse outside.
Aye, Grand Ole Opry. I was actually just going to come in here, just 3 in the morning. I was just going to see if Alan was in to see if we can him. But yeah, that was it, pretty much. But they love the old country music. They take it serious. They love.
Was it a late one last night?
Oh yes,
Right.
aye.
What
So
time did you
double
leave?
header.
Yeah, back to back. Stayed at my mum's both nights, so
And then in here.
and then in here. So
Okay.
Fraser thinks of him. Deed. I've texted him though. It's all right. Don't worry. He
Right.
knows about it.
Let's do football.
Right, let's get to it. Do we have to?
Aye, we have to.
Let's start at Prestwick Beach then, where at Tannadice, and where Celtic beaten by 2-0 as Dundee United keep their faint hopes of top 6 alive. Sorry, Coll, but it's, I mean, you say faint. I mean, very faint.
But I think we need to talk about how poor Celtic were to begin with before we
Can we
say...
start by saying, considering how much we've given Jim Goodwin a lot of stick on this show, that's a very big result for them, considering. Like,
Yeah.
fair play to them.
We're definitely going to get to that, but they're not in a title race.
No, to be fair, absolutely.
So let's not try and deflect here.
No,
Ronnie.
no, come on. I'm
You
not
are.
doing that.
You are. You're definitely doing that. As a
Okay.
Celtic fan, that's exactly what
Let's
you're doing.
get to it then.
Right, there's a 3-horse race for the title. And you
Is
want
there,
to talk, and you want,
there still a 3-horse race after
and
this?
you want to talk about Dundee United? No, we'll get to Dundee United. Let's talk about Celtic, one of the challengers for the title, the defending champions. They were pish, beyond pish. It looked like an end-of-season game. It looked like they were just going through the motions. I've said it 3 or 4 times in this season. Celtic, for me, not the manager, not the coaching staff, but the players have an attitude problem. And when they're up against it, they do not fight. There's lack of intensity. There's a lack of belief there. There's a lack of a strength and mentality.
But they fought at Ibrox the last 2 weeks before that.
That's an
So the
easy,
fight's
that-
there.
That's an easy one to get up for.
Is it?
It's Rangers. It's Rangers at Ibrox. It's
But
easy
in a
to get
title
a
race,
for.
they're going to be up for them all. I think the quality's not there.
Stop it! See, between yourself and Chris Sutton and other Celtic fans screaming and crying about the lack of quality. Even
I think that
Aidan,
Celtic team's
even
a good team.
even Aidan McGeady, who's in a better position than you or me
Bubble.
or Coll or Shelley, he sit there and say, look, there's still quality players in that team. They're just not turning up. There is quality in that squad. The
don't know if there
majority of that squad won a league. They've won, 4 in a row?
What's the quality?
Oh, Ronnie.
Right, go
please,
on,
I'm not
point them out
playing
to me
this.
in that game.
Ronnie, stop it.
Point them
Stop
out
it
to me.
because you know what you're trying to do.
Ian Atsu up front, not
Wait,
very
I'm
good.
sorry, Coll. I know you're here and Shelley, you're here, but I
You're
just...
going to get a bruise, by the way. Callum does
it's all
the
right,
same.
don't-
He's very punchy and touchy.
I don't mind.
Ronnie, this is what you are doing as a Celtic fan, and this is what the Celtic fans are doing en masse. The lack of quality, the lack of signings. You've spent money. You've spent money on pish, but that
Right, so
happens
that's-
in football.
so wait a minute.
But that
We've
happens
spent money
in
on
football.
pish.
That happens in football. What you know what you can't buy? You can't buy the right attitude. And Celtic right now don't have the right attitude. You've got players in that team who do not want to be there. And when you're in a fight, and I mean a fight, and that was a fight today at Dundee United, they didn't show up. Celtic have an attitude problem, and that's why you will ultimately not win the league. Now,
I agree with you.
Now, I said last week, and the bookies said last week, that Celtic were favourites to win the league.
You've changed your mind yet again.
They're now third favourites to the bookies. Hearts are now favourites. Rangers are second favourites. I just think it comes down to attitude. It's not about the players or the quality you on show, it's an attitude problem. And two of the best people, probably best placed to agree or disagree with that, is a former manager who's working at Hearts and also a player who's currently playing in the Scottish Premiership. I think it's an attitude problem with Celtic. You tell me I'm wrong.
I think it's a hard argument to make that it's a quality problem, because if you put those players on paper compared to the United players, with no disrespect, to be the same as pretty much every other team in the league, they've got better players.
Yes.
So you need to find ways, and I just think that Dundee United on the day found a way to win the game, and the pitch obviously played into a wee bit, but you're right in what you say, the attitude sometimes of going up to a place like that, like you warm up on the pitch and everyone does it. You speak to each other, you go, this is this is balls are hitting off your so like maybe the Dundee United players have just embraced that more. It's obviously their home stadium.
Yeah. Played on it before, obviously, a bit of used to it a wee bit more.
And sometimes in football, like these teams that you could almost argue Dundee United, like you say, still mathematically in with that shout at the top six. They've almost got kind of nothing to play for, like nothing to lose. Last week was as bad as it probably would have got for them, losing those 2 late goals at Den. So a dangerous sort of team to be playing against, and they've caught Celtic on an off day, and then see when you...
But see, I disagree with their call. I don't think they've caught Celtic on an off day. I just think that Celtic have turned up at Tannadice and Dundee United wanted it more. There was a lack of fight.
If it's not an off day, what is it?
There was a lack of intensity and belief. I don't think it's an off day as such as this to say...
I think that can... See the intensity part. See when a team are so structured and disciplined...
What, as in Dundee United?
As in Dundee United, out of possession. It's hard if you don't move the ball quickly and you allow the opponent to get behind the ball and shut off spaces, it becomes really difficult. And if you don't score early, it's very, very tough. You'll have played in many games like that, and we've all seen games like that. I thought Dundee United were very well organised, really well organised.
So what was the issue with Celtic today? I just thought they didn't seem up for it at all from minute one. Dundee United were in their faces. They got a corner within the first couple of minutes. They created a couple of half-decent chances as well. Sinisalu's made a really good save as well from
Celtic
Will Ferry.
What did Celtic have in the first half? Kieran Tierney went over the bar.
That was about their best chance.
By Ian Atcho that was well saved.
I mean, I've said it all season.
You're really racking your brains to find a real good, clear-cut opportunity.
I've said it all season. I think that the Celtic squad have got an attitude problem. Because there's a few players in that squad right now who don't want to be there. And see,
who doesn't want to be there?
Maeda doesn't want to be there.
But that's too easy to say that. Like, he just doesn't want to be there.
I think Hatate has been awful all year. I think he doesn't want to be there.
The last 2 weeks he's been brilliant. Two games at Ibrox, he was brilliant.
No, I thought he was very good. But
so what is it then? If is he very good or is he no?
No, he's been very good in the last 2 weeks. But since the start of the campaign, he's not kicked a ball.
Celtic have struggled in the final third, and normally that's their strength. In the wide areas, they've always been synonymous with having brilliant deliveries into the box. They've always had 4 and 5 players in and around the box. You don't see that just now for them.
McGeady and McFadden are very critical of the deliveries, i.e. the lack of deliveries. Taneke was spending way too much time trying to beat a player, and then was allowing Dundee United's defence to get back and double up on them. Get the ball, get out your feet and whip it into the box. But for some strange reason, Celtic, even on that pitch today, were trying to play it across the pitch and kept trying to keep possession. It was bobbling all over the place. Get it from under your feet and just get the ball into the box. But they weren't even doing that, Coll.
See, just on that point, though, you say about get the ball and get out your feet and cross it, right? See, as a defender in that situation, if you're in the Dundee United team, see with that pitch, a Celtic player on average is probably having to take at least 1, maybe 2 more touches to actually get the ball under control. Like you see, and these are top players. Like Callum McGregor's been arguably the best player in this country for the past 5-6 years. Like he's having to take 2 or 3 touches before then he can lift his head and look to pass the ball. That gives the Dundee United players a chance to get 2-3 yards closer to stop these crosses in the box. Normally when you're playing against a top Celtic team that are free-flowing, those wee half yards make a huge difference, and you almost get there a lot of times, and then you're 1-0 down. And like Shelley says, when they get 1-0 ahead, it's a complete... As soon as Dundee United scored, I think it's you keep bringing up the pitch. Like Dundee United players deserve huge credit for beating Celtic today, but I think that pitch when you go ahead.
Are you saying Celtic are a one-trick pony? Then they can't change it up. Is that what you're saying?
No, because this season they've shown multiple ways to go and win football games. Like when you thought they were dead and buried at Rugby Park. They won the game 3-2. How many times have you thought, right, this is where Celtic are going to... Even now, Celtic losing today doesn't rule them out the title.
This is why you've changed your mind so many times, because although you say there's an attitude problem, you've also said, and you were right, that you don't score all these late goals by accident. There's something there, and they've won it before. But whether it's just a case of that whole experience you can only get you so far, and winning a title, you talk about your Forrests and your Tierneys and your McGregors have done it all.
Yeah, no, true.
I don't think McGregor was completely fit today to play. I didn't think he was entirely on his game.
Do you just think it was one of those days then? Is that what you're saying? Is that what Shelley, you're saying? Is that what
Callum
Coll
McGregor just said on the telly? Basically, we just need to eat apple pie. It was an off day.
Coll's made a good point in terms of last week. Dundee United were always going to respond, especially after being, 2-0 up, and then Dundee come back and got the draw. So they would have been winded going into that game. You're then at home. The pitch is probably more an advantage to Dundee United in that game. And they started the game off. See, the big thing is when you go in against a team that, and no disrespect to Dundee United, Celtic, on paper, better players, you have to make it difficult. And the longer the game goes and you keep Celtic away for your goal, actually no getting a goal, it gives you confidence, and I genuinely thought that Dundee United's game plan was brilliant. It worked a treat for them.
So why did they lose the day? Why did Celtic lose the day and also lose ground in the title race? Coll.
Because Dundee United, like Shelley just said, got their game plan right, scored at a really good time just after half time, and Celtic couldn't break them down. And if the longer it went on the second half, Dundee United looked like they were more likely to score than Celtic.
Hence why I said at the beginning I wanted to give credit to Dundee United, because I think Dundee United won that game more than Celtic lost it.
Yeah,
it was a Dundee United victory. Fair play to them. I mean, Jim the Tim's season ticket at Celtic Park's getting cancelled. Let me tell you right now, by the way.
He just goes there scouting missions, doesn't he?
He's looking back to hospitality, I can tell you that for sure.
I think, see, as a manager, though, when you're playing teams like that, the hardest thing is when a team sits behind the ball, whether it's a mid-block or a low block, and you go from one to the other. So the mid-block starts first, then it's a low block. It's so difficult. You need players. You need players to commit. You need extra players. You always need an overload. You need to do something. It's the hardest part to master in the game is the attacking, and that final third, it's the hardest part to master.
But I thought, Shelley, that Celtic allowed Dundee United to get themselves into that position because they were so slow when they were in possession with the ball. And it's like they didn't know quite what to do or how to break them down. And they sort of for me, laboured in possession without really zipping it around. And they couldn't zip it on that pitch. So you need to change to a plan B. And I didn't even think Celtic had a plan B today.
I don't think they had the options. Let's look at the league table then. So in fact, Celtic 5 behind Hearts now with 7 to go. Still to welcome Hearts and Rangers to Celtic Park at post-split. But as a few comments saying, because we were discussing why that was a positive for Celtic.
Yes,
but then very, very intelligent supporters on X and whatnot reminding us that Celtic haven't beat either of them at Celtic Park.
That's a good point.
so I don't know why it's a positive.
It's crazy. From week to week it changes. So last week Celtic were red hot favourites to win the league. Here we are, sat here on a Sunday night. Celtic are now third favourites at 5-2.
I still don't think you would rule them out yet.
No. But that's what I'm saying. It's changing week to week.
No.
So Hearts are favourites at 6-5, and then it's Rangers, and then it's Celtic at 5-2, close to 3-1. You're in the same league as these three clubs. Mm-hmm. Who's winning the league?
Well, I've got a question for you, right? I'm going to answer a question with a question. When do you think the last time was that the three clubs won? Hearts, Celtic, Rangers, all
in the one weekend.
When I actually can't think off the top of my head, because each week somebody else loses the league
or
somebody else
or
wins
something.
it.
Aye.
So
you were full of bubbles 2 weeks ago, last week, because
that's a good point.
After that Kilmarnock game, you were thought, that's it, it's done, we can't do it
because we're so poor.
After the Old Firm game, which was it for even in the Scottish Cup, that wasn't even a part of the league, the mathematical equation.
Right.
But we thought, Rangers having to go to the Rangers are out of it because Celtic won on penalties.
I have no idea who's going to win the league.
I think it's bonkers. Shelley,
what do you think?
I just think
who do you make favourites?
I think Hearts have got to be favourites. You know, you're ahead. They've been at the top of the league since October. I think right now Hearts.
Match day 5.
Hearts are favourites, but I think there's going to be more twists and turns.
100%.
By the way, Coll, you could be kingmakers.
But we say that about every team.
But I mean-
Motherwell could be kingmakers.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you're going to be in that position where there's 3 teams going for the league in the top 6. Yourself, Motherwell, and Hibs could be kingmakers, likely to be kingmakers.
Yeah, you'll have some sort of effect, regardless. Even if you lose a game,
Yeah.
you're having an effect.
And you've got to play Rangers at the Falkirk Stadium before the split.
Yeah,
I think 4 more wins gets it for Hearts.
Out of the remaining games,
4 out of 7, and Hearts are champions.
what do you
And
think?
they go away to Livingston and they're home to Motherwell.
So you think if we win those 2 and then 2 in the split, that's enough?
I think that gets you there. What did we say about points wise? We said close to 80.
We did say 80 points might win the league. What would that take them to, Ronnie?
That would take them to 79.
79. So
76.
they'd be knocking on the door.
Yeah, I think, but it's as Coll says, not the 3 of them can't win in the one weekend, and it's whoever plays first gets such an advantage. So next week, the advantage I think falls to Rangers, who are playing on the Saturday, a chance to go top for the first time
On goal
if they win on
difference.
goal difference, and then Hearts and Celtic play on the Sunday. So for Celtic,
So Celtic, by the time they kick off against Dundee at Dens, could be, what is it? What would it be? It would be
8
and 5
Yeah.
behind.
8 and 5 behind, going to Dundee. I mean, the pitch will be better, but still a Dundee team that are just as if not better than Dundee United. So
So if I was going to give you £1,000 right now, Coll, who would you put your money on to win the league? Shelley, while he's thinking,
If you were giving me £1,000,
to put.
I'd be going to the
I
shops.
wouldn't bet.
you need to check if they're real or no. You need to do that
You
thing
get
with a
that pen.
Aye, see if the 50s are real.
No, I think it's fair because, like you say, like there could be. We're hoping to have some play a part in it, so
Does
not
it,
going
does
to
it,
go on record as who I think will
but
win
does
it.
it give
Yeah.
you a wee bit of a G that you think they're all, scrapping above you, and you go, well, do you know what? No, we can decide this. We're good enough to be able to beat any of them.
I mean, we haven't managed to sort of lay a glove on Hearts in the league yet. Celtic, we've got a point at Ibrox. Drew with Rangers twice so
Yeah.
far this season. First one was under Russell Martin. So, listen, we and nothing's sort of changed from the start of the season for us. We want to be competitive in every single game, and so far it's gone okay. But these post-split games are going to be mental.
Huge.
So for Falkirk, it's 2 games to go, 6 points clear. You just need a point.
Yeah.
Away to Motherwell and home to Rangers. Two
tough ones.
difficult
Aye.
ones.
Tough ones.
But I think Dundee United being away to Rangers next gives you a wee bit of a right. Okay,
You'll
I think
be all
Rangers
right.
or could Rangers will win that.
Ah,
and
but
that-
we wanted
Do it yourself.
wanted to do it ourselves yesterday, and we'll look to do it ourselves at Fir Park. But that's been a difficult place to go this season.
of
We've
course.
done.
Is that
done
why
all right there.
you're so frustrated about yesterday, Coll, in terms of the result, how it panned out? Because obviously you're thinking ahead of the next games, or would you normally be like that anyway?
No, I would. I'm like, as you saw from the, you'll see. But I can't stand. Obviously, a lot of every professional footballer that I can't stand getting meat. But yeah, especially the way the game went. We're going to speak about it. But
Well, let's do it now then. Let's talk about it before we get to Hearts and Rangers. Let's talk about it.
2-1 St Mirren.
2-1 St Mirren.
Craig McLeish's first win in interim charge.
And it was their first win in a while. I mean, I did watch the highlights of the game. I thought you, again, were very good.
Great
They were
finish by Barney Stewart.
Aye.
Such an instinct in it. First,
Big man's flying.
Oh,
Aye.
Big
just
man
on.
is flying.
As Stephen A. Smith said at Sportscene, normally you take a touch in that position. He's got the confidence, just going, I'm banging this first time.
Aye.
He's so good to watch.
He's so good to
movement-wise
play
as
with.
well.
He's
as
got a
well.
brilliant profile, isn't he, for a striker?
fantastic.
See, when you're like a centre back, for example, how good is that to have someone in terms of that target? And sometimes, because I know you guys like to play little combinations in the midfield, and you like to have a lot of the ball, but you've got an out ball in him as a striker. How good is that for you as a centre back?
Yeah, I mean, I can think to one example. We were playing Kilmarnock a couple of weeks ago, and Kilmarnock had managed to get their press right, and I just sort of sent one forward. It wasn't a pass. It was just kicking it high into an area, and Big Barney's run across about 30 yards, jumped up, melted the centre half over, knocked it down to the winger, and we've had a chance from it. And then you get people turning around going, good ball, Big Coll. And I'm like,
Thanks, boys. Thank you. Thanks,
And then
boys.
the big man's just ran 30 yards and knocked it on. So
It makes a bad ball a good ball.
Aye, it does. And those are the best types of players to play with. He's flying, but it was obviously it was a disappointing day for us yesterday. It was a strange sort of game. Like we weren't at our best, nowhere near our best. But
he still created a load of good chances.
I think you need to give credit to St Mirren.
I thought Barney's second one was in as well off a post.
So that was right behind
what
it,
a header as well. What a header.
I know.
He's done everything right.
And then we got undone. It's kind of been our Achilles heel this year, to be honest, this season, set plays.
Yeah.
And we weren't ahead for long at all. So you get that goal and then you feed off that momentum and St Mirren equalise, and then again the wide free kick. And listen, the boys have been absolutely outstanding. I've obviously been injured for a while, watched a lot of it and playing in the team now, and the boys deserve so much credit. Hopefully we can clinch that top six.
You've got it, mate. Why you keep saying that? You're in the top six.
I know, but you can't sit here and say, well, we've got the top six. In 2 weeks' time they'll know, then everybody's going to clip this up, you know what I mean?
No, look.
Everyone being Callum Bell.
but you've got a 7 goal of a difference.
The goal differences helps as well.
The whole goal difference helps, and also they've got to go. Dundee United have got to go Ibrox, and Rangers are clearly chasing a league title.
But in this season of all seasons,
you're right.
I have an issue with a couple of things in that game. The consistency of the handballs getting to me a wee bit now. Was it Gogic handball?
I think it was Richardson.
It was Richardson. Sorry. You look at that's why, because you look at the one for Gogic against Rangers.
Yeah, and then
you look at the Simon Murray one
at Dundee United, Dundee,
and you're given different examples of varying degrees of handball. And I just think we don't know where we're going with this. We don't know what to give and what not to give. I'm
confused because see if they give the Simon Murray one, they have to give you that one.
Surely, no?
This is a problem though, right? And I think this is the problem with like the Scottish media. So going to have a wee go at used to
Thanks,
here.
Pal.
No problem. But so how can in one breath we say Simon Murray's isn't a penalty and then complain? Like I get that, like you don't think Simon Murray's is a penalty, but then that doesn't mean that everyone after that is, you want loads of more wrong decisions. Like just nip that one in the bud and say that one wasn't a penalty. We're not going to be giving penalties for the foreseeable future on that one. The big
But
one,
they did give the penalty call. That's the point.
But like that. But you are both saying that's a mistake. But they are now saying that you want a penalty for this one this week. Like I think just have that bad decision.
No, Coll. I'm not going to fault you on this, right? But you're wrong there.
We went quite quick there.
But you're wrong because you're making an accusation there without backing up. What we're saying is we don't think that's a penalty, but in the eyes of the law, it is a penalty.
But But
it is.
It's the laws that I'm having an issue with.
That's what it is. So, I mean, I don't think it's...
Don't try to work out the handball rule.
Genuinely.
You just hope it doesn't hit your arm in the box. That's generally all
this is the problem. How many times are fans just screaming for everything because it touches the arm? You go, right, that's it. The pressure on referees...
But my point is this, and the point that we're making last week, that a football fan doesn't want to see that being given as a penalty, right? But since they've given it, they had to give you that penalty yesterday. That's my point.
The one that got to me yesterday, and like I've said previously, don't come on here and start moaning about decisions. Like we weren't good enough in the game to win the game. St Mirren deserved their 3 points. It was a massive 3 points for them. We were obviously gutted, but the one from the wide free kick. So
that's a foul.
I was going to get to the second one.
That's a foul. That's a foul. Go get John Lisa. That's a foul.
See, as a defender, they're the worst because managers shout and coaches shout, "Don't get blocked!" Like, don't get blocked. Yeah. Like, and then you get blocked, and you just put all your trust in the referee at that point to bail you out. And you know, next week that exact same thing will happen at Big Phil, and it'll just be a foul instantly.
Yeah,
and nobody bats an eyelid.
Yeah,
and we play on. Whereas yesterday,
it cost you.
It costs us, and yet you go over and you speak to the referee, and we're actually, as the game's going on, like we've got Brad Dill who'll moan about everything, which is great. But I don't mind that one bit. And they're actually bringing up the one that we had with Kilmarnock a couple of weeks ago, where we got a goal ruled out for the exact same thing.
That's right.
And if anything, Ben in that game just stood, whereas the St Mirren player yesterday is making
actively
a conscious effort to he's never going to hit that ball.
No chance.
But he's not interested in heading on the ball.
Yeah,
he's not.
I think that's a poor one, and I think the lack of consistency across this season will be examined, and I think it will be damning.
But is it true, Shelley? Because you're in at Hearts, you're in there with a hierarchy and what have you. Is there a common belief that it evens itself out in a season? Is that what clubs genuinely think and believe?
Take my Hearts hat off, and I'll just give you a personal opinion. I do. I think it does even itself out, and I think Coll makes a really good point. Very honest. That didn't cost them the game yesterday.
It helped.
Yeah, but I think what Coll's saying is they should have been better on the day to win the game. So, and I genuinely believe that when you dissect things after a game, the first thing you do is right away you'll go to the decisions that are made. But then after that, you'll start to think about performance-wise, the chances that you created defensively, how you set up defensively, could you have done better to stop things? So all of those things go through your head. But for me, I genuinely do think it balances it out throughout the season.
I've got a question to put to you because somebody told me something. Another one
of your sources.
Another one of my sources. You know my sources are quite good at times.
They can be. I've had a couple of juicy ones for me.
Yeah. I've told you a few things that have come true.
Kept it quiet with us though, hasn't it? Did you get any journal?
No. I WhatsApp them with things that I've heard, and
Nice.
some of them have turned out to be true. I've heard that Barney Stewart will be moving to Easter Road in the summer. Why are you laughing at that?
You know he's a boyhood jambo, eh?
Aye, but he's going to Easter Road.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah.
But he is.
Oh, it's
Because-
done, deal, delivered, all that.
Hibs are confident that they will get Barney Stewart as their replacement for Kieran Bowie. They didn't have enough time to bring in a player in the January transfer window, and they see him as their next Kieran Bowie. And they've got
Somebody
them-
told Sito that, no?
I genuinely think, like, actually, we were doing, there was me and a few of the other players did a fans event on Thursday night, it was last week, and somebody actually asked about just how far you think Barney can go, and genuinely think he's got like all the attributes. And if you could see the university student that came into Falkirk last October to the Premier League striker now, like that improvement in that span of time is huge. And like Shelley said, like his physical attributes, like his first couple of weeks in training, right? So his touch and things were getting away from him. Technically, he still was throwing around me and other centre halves in training. So he's got that. So listen, if that's the case, then
You wouldn't be surprised.
no, I'd be absolutely devastated. But
Yeah.
I hope he's got his sights set on
At what point
bigger than Hibs.
do we go, right, there's a World Cup coming up, there's a big squad, do you not just put him in for a bit of experience?
Do you think he's ready to go into that Scotland squad?
Think of what he would learn though, in and around the environment.
I don't know why he's
Because
not
he's
in
going to
this
be a
one.
future international, won't he? Let's be honest.
Aye. What do you think?
Hopefully. I think he should, like, I'm not
In
going to tell
the
Steve Clark
in
how
the
to do his
friendly
job.
games.
100%.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Like, he's an
Ivory Coast, Japan.
infectious guy. See, for a camp, so, like, we've got a wee bit of, like, inside info because Benny goes, like, these camps can get boring.
Yeah.
And see boys like Barney, like, I bet you anyone in Scotland just talks about John McGinn the whole time because he makes the camp. Like, he keeps everyone entertained. See a boy like Barney, like, he's just the best guy to be around, so infectious. Like, he's a bit daft, like, for a university student as well. How he ended up in university is beyond me. But it would be great, and the confidence that would have given him as well. But he's in the 21, so hopefully he goes away and does well there.
International manager, how...
He's right, it is boring and camp.
She just picked players to have a laugh. But, I mean, at what point in your mind do you look at someone who's very young and very raw and go...
It's all about timing.
Is it?
Aye, so I think it's all about timing. But I said it earlier, his profile in terms of a striker, what you're looking for, all those attributes is absolutely brilliant, and he's only going to get better.
Is he knocking on the door of that Scotland squad for the World Cup?
Of course he is, because he's scoring goals. But not only that, it's his work rate as well. And if you think about international football, it's always very tactical as well. And so the work rate of a striker is very, very important in international football too. I know it is at club level, but in international football it is. So of course he's knocking on the door. I think that, again, his profile, what he's done so far, but the caveat to that is international football, it's always a step up. It's another level.
Yeah.
Touch on St Mirren, a huge win.
Massive.
Craig McLeish wants the job, obviously. As I understand it, they are closing in on their preferred candidate, Carl Robinson. Hopeful that he could be the man.
So that's their
It's
preferred...
ongoing. He's the preferred candidate, put it that way.
Was Stephen McGinn not in the run-in?
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Was Mark Wilson in the run-in?
No.
No.
But I think that's where they're going to go. Fair play to Craig McLeish. He's come in and a huge 3 points, huge 3 points that kind of condemns Livingston. We'll get on to them in a minute, but A much needed one for St Mirren.
Yes.
Which kind of drags in, kind of opens it up down towards the bottom. We'll get to those games in a minute, but let's discuss it because Aberdeen, Saturday night, Rangers 4, Aberdeen 1. Did you see Rangers were second favourites for the title, not favourites?
Second favourites, Hearts with the bookies. Hearts favourites, Rangers second favourites.
Rangers go above Celtic, 2 points above Celtic, 3 points behind Hearts, and Aberdeen go 3 points behind Kilmarnock and St Mirren. We'll touch on them in a minute, but for Rangers, job
Good
done.
win.
Very good one.
Very good win. I mean, it doesn't take much to beat Aberdeen these days. I mean, even Falkirk can beat them.
What do you mean, even?
Look where they are. Look where they are compared to
Yeah, I
Falkirk.
know. But look, on paper, Aberdeen shouldn't be beat. Shouldn't
Yeah.
lose to
Oh,
Falkirk.
they're in such a mess.
Aberdeen should be in the top six. When you look at the budgets, I mean, I think Falkirk must have one of the lowest budgets in the league, if not the lowest budget in the league. Yet there's Aberdeen with their £800,000 winger sat on the bench against Rangers, yes, on Saturday night. And I thought that Rangers were good for their victory. I thought they were very good. Mikey Moore, what a player he is.
He was excellent last night. That's what I did last night.
Watched that one as well.
Watched that.
Do you know what? It goes back to young players and how important it is for them to get exposure and a chance. Because obviously he's come from Tottenham, he's come up here to Rangers, and
Do you like him?
I think he's exciting to watch. Sometimes I think he overdoes it, but he's like a wee excitable puppy at times, isn't he, on the pitch?
Aye.
And he always wants the ball. He never hides, and he's certainly a creator on the pitch in terms of providing that creativity in the final third
What we
for
were talking about
Rangers.
that Celtic didn't have.
Yes.
Mikey
Aye.
Moore can come up with a moment that just unlocks a game.
Yeah.
And Rangers have 4 different goal scorers.
Aye.
The feeling, obviously, after the Old Firm defeat, it was low, but they picked up these wins, and they're no pretty wins against like the St Mirrens, but then they can turn it on. I think goal difference might be quite crucial in this as well, and that's a good.
They're in a good place for the goal difference.
And I think the feeling around Ibrox is a lot better now, eh?
Aye, totally. I think Danny Roll has been saying for the last number of weeks that Rangers are a good side, that they'll come good, and he was kind of proved correct against Aberdeen. The performance was good, the goals were good, they created a number of chances. Yes, it's a poor Aberdeen side, we still got to go out there and beat them, and they've scored 4 going on 6, 7, 8. Connor Barron makes a difference for them for me in that middle of the
I think
park.
he was up for it as well, though.
He was. I like Barron, and I think they've missed him since he's been injured as well.
Momentum.
Naderi, he's not scoring the goals, but he's effective for Rangers. There's something about that boy that I like.
I think you'd like to see him start scoring goals, though.
Yes,
£5 million
you would.
in a title run in.
That wee flick to Miovski and the goal was ruled out for Miovski. And I'm going to ask you about that actually, because there's a lot of chat around that goal that was disallowed. There was a handball in the lead up to that goal. And the ball,
Another handball.
It was in the middle of the park, and it strikes off Connor Barron's hand, but his hand isn't in his body. There's another 23 seconds before the goal is scored. That should never be pulled back for a handball.
Well, it's the attacking phase of play, the APP that they look at. So if it's the
23
same,
seconds.
doesn't matter. But if it's the one phase of attacking play, that counts. If the ball was contested and Aberdeen regain possession, and then Rangers go again, that's a new APP.
So here's my point to you. See if that ball strikes his hand in the penalty box, they wouldn't give that as a penalty. So why is it?
I agree. No, I know.
So, but why are they pulling that back?
What do you mean?
So if
It led to a goal.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Well, then but wouldn't it be a penalty if it strikes his arm in the penalty
But
box?
do you think it's a handball?
No.
So you think it should have been a goal?
Yeah.
That's handball rule. I'm
I
actually.
know, I mean, it's not great. Thankfully, it didn't cost Rangers,
No, it
obviously.
didn't cost Rangers, but I'm just curious again, you as a professional player, Coll, you were watching that last night. If you get a goal chopped off for that as a Falkirk player 23 seconds after it struck your hand when you've got your hand into your body.
You're fuming.
Are you fuming? Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like with the handball rule, like we don't sit and go like, "Oh, this is handball." It's not like we know. Yeah. You just hope the ball doesn't hit your hand.
Right, have you ever
because look at the St Mirren one with Partick Thistle. They ended up just stopping the game in the middle of the.
And then giving a penalty, and it was never a penalty either.
They said on that. They said in the VAR review that wasn't a penalty.
No. I think they've missed the deflection from the player's foot. That's
It's
what
just
they've not even looked at it.
Yeah, not a great place for that, are we?
No. I think it's Coll's right. It's one of these ones that you start to question if you know the rules or not. And especially when you're a player on the pitch.
Start to doubt everything, don't you?
You start to doubt it.
Yeah.
Do you not have like meetings with referees?
Yeah, we've had meetings. We've had captains' meetings with referees. We've had
the managers do as well, Coll.
The managers meeting. It's a new thing. The PFA actually brought it in. It's not so much to do with the rules and decisions. It's more to do with like relationships that we've got with the referees. So from that point of view, it was a really good good exercise. And then we have meetings at the start of the season, but that's more based around Willie will come round and speak around rule changes. They're not.
I've been in meetings as a manager and a long time ago when I was still in management, and similar when VAR was first getting introduced. And they show you some examples, and this was FIFA at the time. They showed you some examples, and you're sitting in that room going, "I don't agree with that one. Don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one."
The one thing I don't think the VAR review show will continue to be a thing next season.
The VAR review show earlier this week with Willie Collum was an utter embarrassment.
I think.
I actually, do you know what?
I like it.
I
do like it, but I think that it's becoming a distraction. And it's becoming a thing that is being allowed to batter referees over the head. Like, listening to the audio and all this sort of stuff, it's now getting to a point where, I mean, we spoke about it, the Oxlade-Chamberlain one is the one that's really riled a few people up, where the audio just doesn't match the pictures to what's going on. But
what's Kevin Clancy looking at?
This is the issue.
Right.
So I think Willie is great in terms of transparency, right? Because he's been a lot more upfront than he has been, but he's doing it in a studio environment.
Could you imagine the fallout though next year if they go, "Oh, we're doing away with the VAR review. We don't used to hear what we're saying." Oh my God!
I don't know. I think from an optics point of view, it doesn't look great anymore.
No,
it's making them look worse.
The VAR review show, particularly this week, I thought was an embarrassment to the Scottish Football Association. I thought it was an embarrassment to the referees. It made them look...
hold them back again.
No. It made the referees look like an absolute joke, and they all look like Muppets. They all
they're not
sound
Muppets,
like Muppets.
Though,
Well, they are. They're Muppets.
Shut up, Ewan.
No, they sound like Muppets.
Ewan, genuinely shut up.
See when you listen to the audio and then you watch the pictures, you're going, they're Muppets that are sat there. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. And I'm sorry, Willie Collum needs sacking.
Let's go.
No, we're not going. Willie Collum needs sacking.
Okay.
He's not good enough. He
At
really
what?
isn't.
At what, though?
He's not good enough.
Not good at what? No, give me an example. Not good at what, though?
You just need to watch the review show to understand that guy has got to be sacked because the referees in this country are poor, they are inconsistent, and they're getting the big decisions, more wrong than correct. And see when you can get 3, 4, 5 looks at an incident and you still make the incorrect decision. See the top boy in the job, like a manager in a football club, he needs sacked. Willie Collum needs to be relieved of his duties and it needs ripped up and started again.
With who?
I don't give a shit. He needs to go.
All right, should we go to Hearts next?
Coll, what do you think?
Shelley, Shelley is a former member of the association.
A former employee.
Wait, I could feel Coll sitting there go, please don't ask me. Because he's got to face these referees week in and week out.
I think they're brilliant. Top.
They're great, aren't they? All of them.
Really good.
Right, we'll come back after the break and we'll discuss the league leaders who got a big win at Tynecastle to keep the pressure up on the Old Firm. So don't go anywhere because, Shelley, do you ever need any windies and doors? Coll, you ever need a windy and door?
Aye.
Because I've got a company right for you. The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith Windows and Doors have been going for over 50 years. That's an incredible amount of experience. They offer great finance rates so you can get the best product for your home at an affordable rate. CR Smith have over 150 iconic vans across the country. Find the back of the net and head to crsmith.co.uk to get the highest quality windows and doors with the most flexible ways to buy. Now it's time for the STV Radio Football Show.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
See, windies and doors, Shell. CR Smith, get yourself sorted. Right, Hearts, Tiny.
See when you contact CR Smith, just say Ronnie.
Don't say Ewan. They'll pan your windies in. Right, let's get to Tiny.
So see, during the break there,
Aye.
you said something really interesting about the referees there, Coll. Do you want to tell everybody?
never off the record, is it?
Everything's getting recorded, Coll. Everything's recorded.
God, did you pick up what he was saying during the break there?
Sure did, yeah.
Sure did.
Sure did.
Release it.
That'll
I'm
make
not-
a Christmas tape.
Now, we were talking about some of our favourite referees.
Aye.
So we were actually talking.
We've actually
nice.
been very
It
nice
was
about them.
been
We were.
nice.
Aye, of course.
No, again, I think it's interesting from a fan's perspective. Is that you like when referees speak to you, don't you?
Aye, like it's like anything. When somebody speaks to you about respect, you're way more likely to treat them with respect back the way. So that's how it works. But don't get me wrong, there's players that treat the refs with zero respect as well. And you understand, like, that maybe worked in the past. See this intimidation thing and that's done.
Is that
now.
gone?
No, that's
Do you
completely
also
done now.
like referees that have a wee bit of a sense of humour with it?
100%. But then that's maybe where the VAR review is a problem, because they're not able to have
you're not
that
seeing
level
that
of
side of
banter.
them.
Because if that gets released and then fans are going, oh, we're all just having a laugh on the pitch, like,
Aye.
it's difficult. I didn't mean to swear there.
Don't be daft. That's what the bleep button's for.
That's what, we have to take notes now when you swear. Do you know?
But
Do you,
yeah,
actually-
listen-
do you know you've sworn more than me today?
That's not, it's a complete and utter lie, mate.
No, I'm doing tally marks here and running out paper for you.
That's
pal,
all my
alright?
girlfriend says before I come on and do anything like this. Don't swear. You swear all the time.
I get in trouble off my mum and dad for swearing on this as well.
Yeah.
Rightly
Like,
so.
Ronnie Paul,
Rightly
you
so.
don't let that Cameron drag you down to his level. I was like, sorry, mum.
Right. Should we talk about the champions
Elect.
elect?
I tell you what, they're my pick for the title.
Are they?
The difference that Devlin and Shanklin's going to make, I think, in these next 7 games is going to be massive.
See, yesterday, right? So I was at the game yesterday, and obviously the team, they announced the team, and see the boost that gives you. Cammy, obviously, Craig Halkett gets injured in the warm up. Cammy leads the team out, and just the crowd. Every time he touched the ball in the first 5 minutes, it just gives the crowd, such a big lift. And then Shanks comes out to get warmed up, and again, the whole stadium.
Yeah.
It's such they've been such important players.
Yeah.
And what
And-
time you get them back,
And
Shelley?
I think the manager mentioned it in his press post-match yesterday about even when he hasn't been playing, what he's like around the building. And you can see that in the building.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of banter about he's on top of the other guys. And I think that the manager's made it really, really competitive at training as well. So there's been a whole host of things. And I do think the manager deserves a lot of credit, because the resilience that Hearts have shown, and they've started to be even more streetwise as well. As
Is there
they're
a buzz-
ticking off the games,
they
they're
are.
starting to be
That's
more... The game management is excellent.
Is there a buzzer in the building, Shelley?
Aye, absolutely.
you're there every
but,
day.
Yeah, but what I would say is nobody's getting carried away. Like, you wouldn't even notice the difference for the start of the season to now.
Really?
Nobody's acting any different. It's very much feet firmly on the ground.
That's music to your ears, isn't it?
I'm happy to hear that. With 7 games to go, I'd be shitting myself. I mean, I am as a fan.
Aye. I mean, my wee brother's definitely getting carried away.
Yeah.
But it's just
fans
mental
are allowed
how
to- Aye.
quickly football can change in a week. Because genuinely, like, the world was ending at Hearts after they got beat off Kelly.
Oh, I was gone.
Aye. But that's
I
the
was-
thing.
I was in a mess.
You're with the Celtic fans the other night.
Aye. It ruined my weekend last week.
That's football fans, isn't it? They'll never change.
Oh my! It's never going to change.
Your family are all Jambos. You're a Jambo as well. But I remember the night that after Hearts had beaten Falkirk 1-0
Yeah.
and Chesnikov scored the goal. The
Yeah.
only goal in the
I know
game.
exactly what you're going to say here. No?
Right? He's a big Jambo, right? But you were raging, mate. You were kicking the ball way into the stand and you were stamping your feet. You were screaming at people
I
and
was
all
also
sorts.
raging at you saying you look delighted to you that Hearts. You text me saying you look delighted to you, mate. So that got a swift. No, I wasn't, mate.
Don't let it wind you up. Don't
That's
let it-
all that
I
I
know.
swear. I find you like funny. You know I do. I like you in that, but that was the one time
There's a
where I
big
was like,
but.
the time he didn't. I didn't actually text you back, so I was just like, you're pissing me off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like, I was doing that to wind you up, but you actually were angry. You looked angry. But then I says, were you just acting out that you were angry, but deep down you're really happy that you conceded a goal?
Say that. Mad.
I think that Hearts have found that formula, isn't it?
Big time.
Tynecastle.
Especially at Tynecastle. What's that? how many 1-0 wins in a row now at Tiny?
You've got I do, because I see it differently, having obviously been involved in football. Normal, I was sitting next to two women yesterday that were at Ladies' Day, right? Maybe it was the wine, but anyway, they were lovely women. It's the first time I've ever met them, and the women, so it was mother and daughter. The daughter's got a wee boy that plays and goals, and the woman sitting next to me, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm going to have a heart attack." I don't watch the game like that, but I do think Hearts at home, they've been absolutely outstanding. In terms of the crowd being there, and
but
even the manager on the side of the pitch.
No, but Shelley, do you know what's worrying me?
What?
Our last 4 games at home have been nail biters because it's just 1-0.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You
But
learn to win in a different way.
What I would say, right, is that we were really disappointed with how we played at Tynecastle that day. Although the scoreline said 1-0, the gaffer left it in no uncertain terms that we hadn't laid a glove on Hearts and that Hearts had us at arm's length. And the report back on the Aberdeen game was Hearts should have won more convincing. I think yesterday was a lot tighter. But these 1-0s can be a wee, like, it's not a case where they're like scraping 1-0s and it's a bit of luck and a bit of fortune. Like I said, we were really disappointed, and Hearts on the day were good, but it's a lot of pressure for players that haven't really. There's not a lot of players in that team that have gone to win a league in the top, and it's difficult.
So Coll,
Well, in terms of league winners in that dressing room, you've got Craig Gordon.
It's Celtic when he was there.
Shanks would have won the Champ with United.
Championship, yeah.
So this is a new experience. Even
Aye.
for Dell.
Oh no, totally. For Del, he came
He's
close
won
to
a couple of
Aberdeen.
cups.
Aye, and he came close to Aberdeen when he ran Ronnie Dyler close
Yeah.
for much of the season. But I'm going to ask you this: as a Jambo yourself, and your family are very much Jambos, and they go to the games and everything.
Yep.
They'll not want you to play against Hearts in the split fixtures.
Mate, I've got a job to do, mate.
I
I'm
know,
a
but
Falkirk player.
you're going to lose your family.
I'll
Your
lose my
fam-
little brother.
Aye.
My dad he's gone more Falkirk. My mum's always just supported whoever
That's
I
my
played
boy.
for.
Aye.
But my younger brother would be,
Yes,
he would be a problem. Aye. But that
So what's next then? Away to Livy,
Away to Livy and then
then home to Motherwell.
Home to Motherwell.
It's going to be blockbuster.
I mean, I said after the before the Kilmarnock game, we need at least 10 points minimum. And then after we lost to Kilmarnock, I says, right, it has to be 9 out of 9. Has to be 9 out of 9 in our 3 games. So we got the 3 points against Dundee, have to go to Livingston and win, and we have to beat Motherwell. We have to go in to the split fixtures,
But even the
top of the league.
even
We have
the
to.
split fixtures are going to be mad.
I know.
So you're away to Celtic Park, you've got Rangers at home,
We're away to Hibs.
away to Hibs, away to Fir Park,
Aye, and home to Falkirk.
and probably home to Falkirk. I think the anomaly is going to come with Falkirk.
We're definitely going
You're
home.
going to go to Tiny for a third time, I think, is probably the way it's going to work.
Is that the way you see it?
that's the way it looks. Shelley touched on it, right? And you're so much more confident at Hearts winning a game with Shanks in their team. He's maybe one of the most, like, I know he's rated very, very highly, but he could even be underrated. Like, for me, see playing against him, like, you might not. He's a top player.
Technically, he is
Aye.
a fabulous footballer.
Like,
That's
I
what
don't think
people
he's ever
don't
had the credit he
realise.
deserves. I
Like,
think
see,
he's
even when he
brilliant.
came on yesterday, he drops deeper. And just his technique, his presence first and foremost, but he picks up brilliant spaces. But technically, with football, he's brilliant.
You try to say about Kabori?
Shelley's at Hearts. Don't get into trouble.
No, the big man, to be fair to him, he's missed a few howlers in the last couple of weeks.
He has.
See those 1-0s at home, they could have been 2 or 3 if he'd broken the seal quicker.
Yes, totally. He had a great chance just before half time.
Dale was fuming in the touchline as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was Alan Archibald behind him who got it, but it was definitely right in Kabori's face.
If you're like preparing to play a Hearts team though, like where we prepared to play Hearts and it was just Braga that was up front, you almost as a centre half had a feeling like, right, if I can take care of Braga this afternoon, then Hearts could be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you're playing against Braga and Shankland and you've got the both of them to deal with, like that's a tough sort of proposition. So
Do you think
he could make a big difference.
Do you think Shanklin is one of the best or the best striker in Scotland just now?
No, he's the best striker in Scotland. Second best because Barney's the best.
Absolutely.
But you didn't hesitate there. You rate him that highly.
I think he's well, he scored 4 goals against me in one game. So
There we go.
Oh,
at that point, you've got to kind
Got to kill.
Aye.
Right, so in terms of Dundee, they're kind of they're kind of no man's land a wee bit. They're going to finish probably 7th or 8th. I think their big fight is to try and finish probably above United this season.
Yeah,
But,
that's a fight. What do you make of Dundee playing against them?
They're good. Dundee are good. They're like they've
slow burner.
Aye, they started off and
Everyone was on Presley's back. He just went quietly about his work and turned them into a decent wee outfit.
we beat them at this Falkirk Stadium about maybe a month and a half ago, and it was like Dan missed a penalty late on. It was a dead strange game, but they've always been good.
Let's go to Kilmarnock Livingston. 2-0 win for Kelly, which moves them level on points again with St Mirren. A good win, back to back, I think was a big deal for Neil McCann's men. And they really do bring Aberdeen right into the mix here, who were really poor against Rangers.
They're banging trouble, Aberdeen.
Oh, God, aye.
St Mirren have got momentum behind them after that win against Falkirk, and then you've got Kilmarnock, 2 great wins against Hearts, and then they follow up with a win against their nearest rivals in the relegation zone. That's 2 massive wins.
And I think we're saying that it's pretty much over for Livingston.
Yeah, I think it's done.
12
It's
points
done.
is just...
It's done.
I mean, they've no won since the 9th of August. They're not going to win 4 out of the next 7.
Nah, they've got Hearts next as well, and then they're away.
They might as well just lie down in it.
And then they've got Rangers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't see it for them. The thing is though about Kilmarnock is not only have they beaten Hearts and then Livingston, they've also got 2 clean sheets.
I like to talk about young players. Finlay Curtis.
Fair play to
like
Steve Clark
aye,
for
I
putting
do.
him in the squad.
Do you like him?
I see his goal.
Aye.
Did you see his goal against
No, I've
Livy?
never seen it. No.
Great goal.
Oh, unbelievable. It's just desiring. He is alert to the situation.
But the finish.
The finish was really good as well. For me, he's definitely made the right move in terms of getting minutes
Do you
every week.
think he should leave Rangers in the summer?
Rangers are going to let him go.
But he's not going to get game time now, is he?
I think for all young players need to play.
I think if Finlay Curtis was still at Rangers now, after showing what he's shown at Kelly in the
He'd
last couple
play.
of months,
He'd be
I think he'd
playing.
be playing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And do you know what? For Steve Clark, don't just pick him in a squad. Play him against either Japan or Ivory Coast. See what he's got. They're
Yeah.
friendlies for a reason.
Do you rate Finlay Curtis?
Aye, I do. I thought he was really good at the start of the season for Rangers when you watch those European qualifiers.
That's right,
he was
aye.
one that always, and it's that argument, isn't it, Shelley, about the opportunity and things like that.
But the problem is, Shelley, at Rangers Celtic, you have to be on it week in and week out, and if you're not, you're going to lose your place in that team, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think this is a good move for him, and I think he's got a good manager to help him. I think Neil tactically is very good, and he'll help him because of the style of football he wants to play.
He was a real menace against Hearts. I was like, going, somebody please get on him. I mean, literally get on him, man to man, mark him, because every time he got the ball, you felt like something was going to happen. It was the same yesterday against Livingston, and his finish was sublime. I mean, I thought he'd gone too wide, but the way
it's his desire first. You see him. I can't remember who it was that was picking him up, but his desire to get there onto the end of the ball was brilliant.
and then chip it over the keeper into the corner, brilliant.
Motherwell Hibs 0-0. They're in a wee tussle with themselves, I think, now, just to try and finish in that 4th spot. Motherwell 6 points clear. I think it was unfair to comment, I think it was maybe on Sky, that people have found out how to play against Motherwell because they've no won in the last 3 now. But they're still a very good team to watch and a very well drilled team. How would they play against?
Aye. Well, we've actually got 4 out of 6 points against them.
Pretty decent.
I think we were quite fortunate at the start of the season. We won at Fir Park.
3-0, you should never have won that. You
No,
didn't.
we won. It was 2-1.
Honestly,
If you got 3-0 from-
I came in an hour before, right, do a wee bit of research, trying not to. He rocks up with the same
3-0.
track he's been wearing
You're
since
mental,
episode
mate.
1.
Aye.
We're in episode
Last
22.
Washington.
He spraying
98.
deodorant and that when he came in.
He's spraying deodorant when he came in. Anyway, get your point.
You're that's minging, did
What did you
you?
get 3-0?
Did you not win 3-0 against Motherwell at the start of the season?
No, it was 2-1. Scotty Arfield scored the winner. Who scored the
He's going to
equaliser?
go,
Calvin
don't Google
scored
it,
the
'cause
equaliser.
he played in the game.
I never
Are you gonna-
watched it.
He was injured.
Aye, but he was there.
I'm pretty sure you won that 3-0 and you shouldn't have won it.
Anyway, we're going to reflect on the Premiership table then as we move on. Hearts top, 3 points clear of Rangers. Celtic 2 back. Livy at the bottom, 12 points behind. I'm going to run through Championship, League
Maswanisi
1
scored for them. But
and League 2. Been a bit quiet of late, Maswanisi, but still.
Oh yeah, that was in 2007. The 3-0 game.
sure, you get paid to talk about football. How do you think about that?
I know.
That's mental.
Cat Harvey and I do a lot of lifting.
A lot.
Right, SPFL Championship then. It was 0-0 between St Johnstone and Partick Thistle. They remain 8 points clear. Arbroath and Dunfermline make up the rest of the playoffs. Ross County move off the bottom of the Championship. Ayr United are 5 behind Dunfermline. I think Dunfermline have got it I think Lenny will get them through it into the playoffs.
Watched them, I was going to say that earlier, I watched Dunfermline in a bounce game against Hearts. The manager's done that quite a wee bit since he's come in.
A lot of bounce games.
Which is good for the players that haven't had playing time.
Manager.
But aye.
Their team's a joke.
It's brilliant, eh? Do you think they would be in top 6?
Aye, they've got about 10 internationalists out of 11 starting. You see when the gaffer comes in and says, we've got a wee bounce game against Hearts this week. Disaster. When I was coming back from injury, he was talking about it, and I think there was something that when we couldn't play them, I was over the moon. Sorry to interrupt.
Dunfermline, I watched them against Hearts, and I like the style of play.
Yeah.
Neil's got them playing well.
The problem that Lenny's got is that there's a lot of young players in that team, but you can see what they're trying to do.
But sometimes that can be a good thing.
Yeah, and I think they'll get into the playoffs, and I think they're a real danger in the playoffs. I really do. I think they're a danger.
Definitely.
Now, I don't think that any of the teams in the playoff positions will hurt a Kilmarnock, an Aberdeen, or a St Mirren.
Dunfermline pumped Aberdeen.
I know, but that's a one-off game, but over 2 legs.
So?
Let me ask Coll, you were in the Championship last year, so you know a lot of these clubs.
Yeah.
Do you see any of the teams in there, whether it be Arbroath, Partick Thistle or Dunfermline, causing problems for the team that finishes 11th, which is likely to be Killie, St Mirren or Aberdeen?
I think it's always hard to bet a team that's been used to losing majority of the season against a team that's been used to winning. So these teams are always, it almost depends how you go into the playoffs. So you talk about like Dunfermline, like they're like the form horse just now. See, if they were to start the playoffs right now, they'd fancy themselves.
Absolutely.
There's still 7 games to go, so like you can ride that wave. Like look at Thistle the other year when they should have
beat
Ross County. Aye.
They were battering teams.
Yeah. I think there's the one issue with the playoffs is they're so weighted against the team that finishes 4th or 3rd. They're playing every 3 days before they get to the playoff final against the Premiership team when their season's done, unless they're in the Scottish Cup. They're not playing.
I think you need to finish second.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's,
but you wouldn't rule out a Dunfermline, for example?
Absolutely not.
Would you not? No.
Right.
No.
Inverness lead League One by a point over Stenhousemuir, but that gap was closed. Alloa won, Inverness won, and it was Steny who won 2-0 over Kelty, who are bottom with 6 points, with 6 points gap. And then League Two, we'll get to what a mad race League Two is. We have put our cards very much in East Kilbride's camp. Uncle Mick Kennedy, Callum got invited to the Spartans once. For hospitality, so now he's like the Spartans man who's loving the Spartans.
They play each other next week, don't they?
It's going to be huge next week.
Spartans at
Kilbride.
home, isn't it?
Yeah. So
East Kilbride are going to win that league.
Spartans
1 point in it.
What?
Do you think?
My big mate plays for Spartans.
Oh, there he goes.
All right, okay.
It's going to be interesting though, but again, you've got the Championship. Again, it's probably the biggest way, 8 points, right? But League One, League Two, and the Premiership.
Do you think the champ's done now? Aye.
Sadly, yes. I think Partick Thistle had to win that though. I know they're playing Tuesday night.
They've got a game in hand. If they win that, they get it to within 5.
Do you know what? One thing I'd say quickly on the champ is that, see, last year when it was us and Livy going for it, I was fearful that Livy would win every single week. And see, at the end of the season, they actually did. Like I know we stumbled a wee bit, but they won like 7 of the last 8 games.
They stormed across the finish line.
I just don't know if Thistle can put a run like that together at this stage of
the
the
injuries
season.
are
the injuries
mad.
have killed them.
Tony Watt and Chalmers.
Yeah,
O'Reilly.
There's so many. Fair play to Mark Wilson and Alec Ray because they're going to be pulling in the boots next week, probably. To be honest with you, right? Team of the week.
Well, we all have to pick a different team.
Shelley Kerr, team of the week.
Team of the week, please.
I am because at this time of the season.
McKinley be proud of you. I'm going to go. I'll give it to Dundee United. Fair
Okay.
play to Jim Goodwin. We've sat here and gave him a lot. Callum gave him a lot of slack the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
That's a big win.
Who are you going with? Team of the week.
To beat the champions on a beach is pretty impressive for me.
Do you know? Do you know who?
Letting it go, Shelley. I'm not letting it go.
Do you know who I'm going to give it to?
Go on.
Because he's done such a great job. Neil McCann.
I'm
going to give it to
Kelly.
Kilmarnock.
Back-to-back wins.
Yeah, back-to-back wins and a huge win against their relegation rivals at the weekend and thoroughly deserved the win as well. So I'm going to give it to Killie. Coll, you thought?
I'm not going to win. Wraith. Get it to Wraith.
Big result for Wraith, to be fair.
Aye.
One of your rivals? One of the Falkirk rivals?
They're no Falkirk's rivals.
Right. See, before we get to the quiz.
Yes.
Ask us anything.
Right, I've got 2 for you.
Only 2? Oh, do you know what you forgot to do?
What?
The joke.
Oh, right.
Do
Sorry.
the jokes. Oh, we forgot to do
Some
that
of these, by the way, some of these I'm not reading them out. Right, this one comes. This joke of the day comes from Wendy, who is from Wishaw. She's put Wishaw / Motherwell. Right, okay, Wendy. A man and woman were travelling on a train. The woman says to the man, "Every time you smile, I feel like inviting you to my place." The man says, "Oh, you single?" She says, "No, I'm a dentist."
That.
No,
Nah,
Wendy, it's pish. Coll Donaldson says you're rotten. Right, I'm going to do 2 of these Ask Us Anythings.
Yeah, ask anything.
Right, Shelley, a number between 1 and 10, please.
5.
5, okay. Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne. Say hello to Yvonne, everybody.
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi,
What
Yvonne.
would you be doing if you weren't doing your job for a living?
What would I be doing?
I think I would have to be a music teacher. I was almost going to the conservatoire to study music.
Oh, yeah.
Play the saxophone.
I wasn't allowed in music at school.
Why was that?
Just cause carnage. There was no interest in the instruments. Like,
You know,
Or not in your drumsticks.
not very musical then, no.
I would probably have been a PE teacher.
I could see you doing that. I could see you doing it. Shelley, if you weren't in football. Well, you were at
Well,
Scotland
I know, but I worked in a factory for 17 years, so I'd probably go back to the factory.
What factory
Or
were
maybe,
you in?
or maybe be a postie.
What was your factory?
Mitsubishi Electric made VCRs.
VCRs.
Fair play.
Aye, you'll remember that, but
Oh, aye.
Coll and Ronnie wouldn't.
Oh, from Georgia on Instagram. What's the worst date you've ever been on?
The worst date I've
Yes.
ever been on.
Can I tell you very quickly? I went on a date, right, to Dim Sum, see the Chinese place. And
Get the
across...
shits.
She's want to talk about poo. Okay, that's what you do. That's the influence you have on
just
people.
dragged down one of the most
We
successful
started
female
with
managers.
poo, we're finishing with poo.
The date I was on ordered a chicken curry, right?
Uh-huh.
And then asked the waitress for mayonnaise.
What?
And he smothered his chicken curry in mayonnaise
Nah.
right in front of me.
I'd have bowled out the
Right,
restaurant.
I did. Right in front of me. I was like, what you doing? Like, what you did? Mashed it all up together.
That's rotten.
So I paid for the meal. I says, enjoy your night, big man. See you later. And went and left.
And you left?
I left, aye.
I was dating my now wife.
Hi, Teresa.
And I thought that this would be quite funny to do. So she was in the restaurant with me, really fancy restaurant, and I ordered a chocolate mousse. And I got it as one with 2 teaspoons, so we shared it together. So I was scooping the chocolate mousse, and I don't know what came over me. But as I told her to lean in to take the spoon into her mouth, I turned it around quickly and then just flicked it all over her face. And she was sat there with chocolate mousse dripping in her face onto her white shirt that she was wearing because we were living in Dubai at the time. And she actually got up and walked out.
Right.
And I didn't see her for 3 days after that. Right, do you want to get to the quiz?
Right, okay, let's do it.
Right, we're going to get to the quiz now. Let's do it.
We're missing one special component. Special is the proper word to use. Callum Bell, everybody! He's live from Madrid!
I can't believe you just called me that.
Hello.
That's enough to get bleeped in it. Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Mate, I'm fantastic because my team pumped you. I'm in a great mood. I'm having a blast.
Just remind everybody where you are right now with your beautiful girlfriend, Cara.
Hi, Cara.
Hi, Cara.
We are in Madrid, and in about 5 hours, you get a flight to Peru.
And you're away to South America for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks, yep. And you guys were so lazy, you can write your own quiz that you dragged me on to do it for you, which is incredible.
Right, do your intro.
Jesus.
Do your intro.
Okay.
Even live from Madrid, do your intro.
Okay, do we do it in Spanish? I don't know how to do it in Spanish.
No,
Hello, Malcolm.
hold on a wee second.
Why don't we get a Spanish person in Madrid to do the intro for us? Go and find someone and just tell them to do your
Down
thing.
the street. Callum, see before you do that, mate, you've not had a chance to tell Ronnie what you think of the game today. Dundee United beating Celtic by 2-0.
Listen, mate, it's water off a duck's back. We've beat them twice this season. It's easy. Why would I go on about it when we just do it so routinely? They're obviously a wee team now, and that's a shame. It's hard for fans to get used to, but as a United fan, it's just another day of the week, isn't it?
And see, when you speak, Callum, could we just like look at Cara instead of looking at you? Then we can listen to you, but we can see Cara.
Yeah, I feel the same about Ronnie and Shelley instead of you, mate. Trust me, it's exactly the same.
Right, okay.
I will get it up, yeah.
Right, the quiz.
Do your intro.
Yeah, there's no Spanish people here, so I'll just do it in plain old Dundonian. Hello and welcome to the STV Radio End of Show Game Show Quiz Show.
Hey! It's Ronnie and Shelley versus Ewen and Coll. This is going to be interesting. Aye.
Yeah. Just so you know, he's lost the quiz for the year. So our end of season bonanza, he's going to forfeit and he's going to have to do it in drag. We've got a drag makeup artist coming into STV.
Jinx her.
A bearded drag queen.
Right, here, you can write down the answers, Coll.
Right, Shell, let's do this.
Right.
The problem is, so we need to whisper off mic because we can all hear what everybody's saying.
Yeah, go on. Or you can write things down.
Oh, we'll write it down. Right, okay. Right, Callum, take it away.
And Shelley's a pro at like doing that like hand over the mouth when she's
Manager's
on the touchline. So you guys will be fine.
Aye.
Right, I'll take the first one. Carol, do the second one.
Right, go.
Who has been at their club longer? John McGinn at Aston Villa or Andy Robertson at Liverpool?
Write down an answer. Yeah. Do you? Is that what you think?
Yeah, by the way, Coll's team got pumped at the weekend as well. I forgot about that. What a weekend. Fantastic.
Don't bite
his face.
Mate,
Don't bite. You're better than that.
Don't bite.
I've got to lower myself to him.
Good, I know.
That's what he's looking for.
Exactly. Especially if your team plays them in Prestwick Beach. Your pitch is pish. Anyway.
Who's your teammate? Campbell.
Right, okay. We've got an answer. We've locked. Oh, they're changing, Shelley.
Are you sticking with that?
They've not got a clue.
This is on Coll because I thought
to be
it
fair,
was.
this is also on Shelley. But
Good partner that, innit? Straight away, just throwing you under the bus. We've not even got the answer yet. We're a teammate together.
I thought it was that.
Well, it's going to be one of the two of them.
Yeah, but I thought that. But you think that? Okay, we're going to go with that. So, what have you gone with?
We've gone Robbo.
That's what I thought, but he's went John McGinn.
Oh. Callum?
Oh, you're a fanny. It's Robertson.
Ah, come on.
Robertson joined
1-0 with the good guys.
McGinn, August 2018. There you go.
What was there, a year's difference?
What was it? What was that again?
A year's difference.
Robertson, July 2017. McGinn, August 2018. So it's 1-0 to Ronnie and Shelley.
Years a long time in football.
Why you just shut your face? Right, question number 2.
Okay, Cara's going to do this one. Don't read out that last bit because that's the answer. You're fine. On you go. Neither's you.
Name the current Scotland women's national team captain.
Captain. Oh, come on.
Captain.
Shelley, take it away.
Shelley, if you get this wrong, by the way.
Yeah, Shelley can't get this wrong. The fucking manager of the team. What kind of question is that?
That's ages ago.
That doesn't matter. You're still very much part of it and you keep an eye on it. Do you have an idea?
Aye.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Is it correct, though?
Not the first name.
That doesn't matter about the first name. No, I love that. I love that. I'm going with that. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
So I'm in agreement with them.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Because it worked so well the last time.
Yeah. Have you got an answer?
Of course we do. She took the team in the World Cup. Of course we'll get the answer.
That was ages ago.
It doesn't. Years a long time in football, Shelley.
Captain.
Right. Okay.
You go first this time.
We went with Weir.
What's her first name?
Weir. Caroline Weir.
Well done.
Well done.
Shelley's also got Caroline Weir.
You're both correct. Well
Yes!
done.
Well done. Get in. Well done, Coll. He doesn't want to lose 2 in a row after losing yesterday. He doesn't want to lose again
He's
today.
not bringing that up, mate.
Twist the knife. Twist the knife, you.
No,
Okay.
I'm trying to inspire you.
Okay, boss.
Like, eye the tiger. Eye the
Exactly.
tiger.
Don't worry. Scott Bain's not behind you. Right, Colin. Callum, what's next?
Oh, I'm really enjoying this. Right, who has the most assists in the league for Falkirk this season so
A
far?
Falkirk
There you go.
question.
A question
Are you-
for each team.
What do
I
you mean
did
for
one
each team?
No, he's right. He's
Shelley
been fair
managed the
there.
national team. Come on.
Is it?
Mhm.
You sure?
Mhm.
Go and do the question again, mate.
Yeah.
Who has the most assists in the league for Falkirk?
This is a good question
season
for
so far?
Shelley as well. She's at our games every week, so.
Are you?
I'm not at your games every week.
You've been at a lot of them, though, haven't you?
No.
I've seen you there a few times.
Nah, I've only been at about 2 of your games.
It's getting a bit feisty now.
You never get tickets.
exciting.
Where's the tickets,
Never
Colin?
has.
Where's the tickets?
Right, we've got an answer.
He
Okay.
says you get them in the boardroom.
We did.
Aye, we've got in the boardroom.
No,
Put the
I
board-
get him in the stadium, and then Ewan gets himself in the boardroom.
I've got contacts in all the right places.
Right, we've gone Calvin Miller.
We've also gone Calvin Miller.
Ronnie.
What a shout from...
I can tell you, as we sit outside the busiest porch in Madrid, yes, it is Calvin Miller.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay, 3-2. Question number 4.
4. Stop trying to take the quiz away from me. Pipe down, Ewan. Right,
Have we got
Cara,
every
take it
question
away.
right?
You don't. I don't know if you can pronounce this one, but here we go. Go for it.
Which club did Paul like Ewan?
Paul Le Guen.
Paul Le Guen
managed before becoming a Rangers boss.
There you go.
Oh,
Who did they manage before Rangers?
yes,
Immediately before
yes,
Rangers.
yes. Well, that's it. You're bang on. Because I was around at the time and I remember interviewing him about it.
Right,
We've got this.
Stop talking, because you're going to end up giving them a clue by yapping. So we'll just all right.
He's still hurting from yesterday. He just wants to win this quiz to make amends for what happened at the Falkirk
Oh,
Stadium.
you're disagreeing, you look. Oh,
they
they're
disagreeing?
disagreeing.
No, we
No,
don't
it's
know.
that one you rubbed
No,
out.
we're
No,
not disagreeing.
We've
Ronnie, it's the one you rubbed out.
We've
Promise you.
rubbed them all out. We don't want it. we
Right.
right. We don't know this. We've guessed this.
You know, you don't want to put. If you put an answer down, Ron,
We
yeah?
put an answer down.
You
Yes.
go first then.
Okay, we've
us.
gone Leon.
Is correct.
Oh!
Leon, well done, you two.
We've gone Leon.
This is good. We like this. Nice handwriting. Right. This is so you need to get this right. We need
Was
to
it
get this
Leon?
wrong.
Was it Leon?
It was Leon, and
Yeah.
I believe that it's 4-3 to Ronnie and Shelley. They sound like a couple of hillbillies.
See, my decision for Robo ends up losing this quiz.
You're
'cause he-
still in this and you're already flying them under the bus. We've not even finished yet.
You wouldn't have got Caroline Weir
The
either.
synergy. The synergy.
You wouldn't have either. So
Right.
Exactly.
To
There
be
we go.
fair, he did get her first name.
Aye, but the second name helped me a lot.
At least you got the first name.
Aye, right. Go. Question 5.
Right, it's 4-3. It all comes down to this. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was Hibs manager when they won the 2016 Scottish Cup?
Oh, come
Whoa.
on.
It's an
All day
absolute
long.
gimme.
All day long. Sorry, guys.
What
You
was
said
going to
it.
be like
sorry,
the
pal,
League
but-
Cup when they won that? What a terrible question, man.
It's not as much as the
Come
game he's
on,
playing against you in
honestly.
defence. Come on,
This is so
Camden.
good.
Enjoy your holiday, you. Need it.
I finally won something this weekend, Shelley.
What
Right,
did
let's
you
see the
do?
men.
Know that, yeah.
Yeah.
The always, always.
You maybe showed your answer yet, you
Wee bit,
pricks.
just a wee bit over exuberance, Camden.
It's Alan
Let's see
Stubbs.
it, Ronnie. Let's see it.
Stubbsy! Alan Stubbs.
Congratulations to Beverly Hillbillies. You guys have smashed it 5-4. Well done.
Yes! Come on! Thank you so much, Callum. Enjoy your holiday. Thank you, Cara.
Thanks, guys.
So where are you going to show us around?
We're just sitting outside the porch where people
Right.
are trying to get into.
Somebody's,
Somebody, we don't need to see that.
Well,
Go and tap them in the shoulder and see if they've ever heard of the STV Radio Football Show.
Go and speak to them.
I won't. No, I won't. But they keep talking about Will Ferry for some reason. I don't know why.
Very good. I hope you get...
Can you ask one of them if they know Coll Donaldson?
Absolutely
We've
not.
been
no.
recording this podcast for a good hour and a bit now, and the synergy's been great. A lot better, I would say, Ewan.
100 times better. I think you should just stay in Bolivia, mate, and
Aye.
come back.
Stay in Peru, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, nice, guys. Really
Enjoy your
appreciate
holiday,
it. Have a
mate.
wonderful.
Enjoy your
Here,
holiday.
by the way,
Have a great
do you hear
time.
Cara's comment there, by the way? It's
Go on.
taking 2 people to replace me. Settle down, all right? Come on.
Oh, right, okay. Aye, very good.
Love you all.
Very good.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Callum.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love you,
Bye.
Cara. Bye.
Bye. That's
What
it
a-
for the podcast.
What a knob he is. Yes, thank you to Callum and to Cara for the podcast. So, look, can we just big this up here? Another win for this side of the table, but we'll not go there. But thank you very much. Thank you very much to Falkirk captain Coll Donaldson.
Well done, Coll.
thanks for having me, team. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
To the one and only Shelley Kerr.
Shelley Kerr!
And Ewan and I will be back next week
With
with
another
another
guest.
2 mystery guests.
Correct. 2 good ones.
I'll not be back.
We're up in the ante. As ever, like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back next week. But from everyone here, bye for now.
The STV Radio Football Show, brought to you by CR Smith.
The STV Radio Football Show is brought to you by CR Smith. CR Smith are local everywhere in Scotland. They offer great finance rates so you can get the best products for your home at an affordable rate. CR Smith are Scotland's top rated windows and doors company on Trustpilot. Make sure you're on the ball. Head to crsmith.co.uk to get stuck into the amazing windows and doors. Thank you very much to CR Smith and thank you for listening. We'll catch you next time on the STV Radio Football Show.